Okay, so this video has been recorded like about a month and a half ago. Sorry I couldn't put it up. Obviously, in a perfect world, I would have put it right after the recent Nintendo Direct at the time. But now the game is released and everything for over a month now, and I had yet to put a video on the breakdown analysis. And sure, I could easily skip it and then just move on to the Indigo disc and such, but I don't want to do that because I'm a completionist and all that. I still kind of encourage that you stay either way because there's a lot of information to see whether I was right or not, or a different take that you might not even be aware of when it comes to these breakdown analysis, because I usually find something new that other people don't. Just putting that out there. So if something seems off to you in this video, it's more likely because I edited it to bits, because it was originally going to be much longer, because since I've been so behind because of my busy schedule, I couldn't really do much in the editing department because these type of videos take a lot longer to make than, you know, let's say a Xenoverse or other videos. Yeah, apologies there. So I sure hope that you stick around. What is up, Scarlet, bringing you a breakdown analysis video for the DLC. So ever since the last time I did this, and you saw towards the end that as I was editing it, that a whole bunch of shit just dropped and I was just very extremely late to the party. Yeah, that wasn't the best, but I guess in hindsight it's better than, like, you know, me just making an hour video, because yeah, quite a bit has dropped down, and like I said, hindsight's 2020, and now I could do the overarching part 2 of this. And yeah, so they were talking about the world tournament. It started with like August 8th of 2023 with a 30-minute presentation where they introduced like a whole bunch of stuff, and I'll try to get past it pretty quickly just so you guys could get the gist of it. But they were talking about the TCG and like other tournaments that they were having for Yokohama. They introduced some sweaters and all that stuff, this special Pikachu plushie, and they also introduced this Pokemon card that is exclusive to the place. It is the Paradise Resort World Championships 2023, and then this this Pikachu with the little Naruto on top, because that's what the food's called, together with all these plushies right here introducing I think it was the Pokemon Center. But besides that, besides the TCG and stuff, it was also them playing Unite. That dude has a special jacket of the occasion. I like to love this in the stained glass. I don't know why there's a picture of Bidoof's butt, but there was for some reason, just in the bushes. I don't know if that's an innuendo. It feels like an innuendo. Rugen Raigas on the wall. Ursaring is not that tall compared to like this woman, unless this woman's fucking tall. 800 millimeters? I don't fucking know. I never understood that. Like, Charizard's apparently 5'7", and the tall person would be 6'2", so like a 6'2" person would be taller than a fucking Charizard, and the Ursaring's a literal bear where they are usually 7 feet tall, so I don't buy it. No, it's just kind of weird. Licky Licky and Manaphy and Fione and all these other pictures. I'm not really sure why they're showing it, but yeah. Pokemon Trainer Cruise, that's pretty dope. I don't know why I don't remember this, but I see a bunch of that in the background. Bunch of Paradox Pokemon fighting each other. All the Pikachus running in the thing. Thought this was Bowser for a second, like the Nintendo's Bowser, not... I mean, I say Nintendo Bowser, but like what other Bowser you could think of? And this animated short, I think this is the Netflix one, right? Some shit like that. Yeah, and from the most part, what I gathered from this show that they're doing, it's all TCG. I don't know how good it's gonna be, but it's called Pokemon Path to the Peak. I mean, it looks somewhat wholesome. I just don't know how peak is gonna be. Like, I don't know how entertaining it's gonna be, because I don't see this more than a micro series. Besides all that, there's Detective Pikachu. I know I took my time when I said I was gonna go fast, but for Detective Pikachu coming back on the Switch, like, the graphics ain't the best compared, because it, like, you know, they're converting this from a 3DS and all. But Tim Goodman and of course Detective Pikachu, if you haven't watched the movie, then you're about to get heavy spoilers, because they just outright tell you that Detective Pikachu is the father of I already forgot his name. I think it's Tim Goodman or something, or Tom. Oh no, it is Tim. Okay. And so you're supposed to, if you never play any detective game, you'll be surprised that you have to figure out shit. I do like that the Detective Pikachu's holding the Scarlet, and now he's also a part of this. I almost said Abomasnow. It's not Abomasnow. It's Darmanitan, but Snowman mode. And of course, Detective Pikachu drinking a cup of joe. Corviknight's always cool, man, I swear. Is that Detective Slowpoke? I saw a Slowpoke with the hat. But yeah, Detective Pikachu returns. I should probably mention that you guys could skip this. I'll try to put chapters. But Horizons, Pokemon Horizons, I really like that they showed the dolphin Pokemon because I never really seen it in the animate form. But the starters along with like the respected trainers and stuff. It's kind of cool to see Sprigatito and Fuecoco on animated. Oh shit, that was a shiny Rayquaza. Pokemon Horizons, the series. I really don't know if it's just gonna come on YouTube, but we'll see. And then the baby Terrapagos, we discovered that from the last episode. But as it was playing, like I said, as I was editing it and they released all that stuff, like if the public didn't know, they know now about that baby Terrapagos. So me mentioning it that I saw it on the website doesn't really mean shit anymore. But hopefully that you guys know that I recorded that well before that. Pokemon Go Fest 2023, Diancie and Mega Diancie, Mega Rayquaza, Pokemon shoes, just based on all the respective games. At least they're trying to. 'Cause there's some questionable shoes that doesn't really make jack shit sense unless they heavily edit it to make it go like, oh well, you see, you know, it's kind of like hiking or whatever. I'm not sure, but shoes, I guess. I mean, I do like the black shoes of Pokemon Scarlet, but not the brown shoes of Pokemon Violet. Either way, Panic Parade for Pokemon Unite. They're gonna bring in Mewtwo, which is Mewtwo and Mew. They're gonna be the stars of today, kind of, along with Mega Mewtwo X and Mega Mewtwo Y. I kind of wish I knew how to play Pokemon Unite. It's just that I don't have the game, so. WCS prediction event is underway. Prediction? What the fuck? Players that correctly predict all the winning teams and the rankings can select trainer fashion item as a gift. Are these like specific? I'm not sure. But Mew and Mewtwo, 3-day limit license for Mew and Mewtwo. Platinum Mew Boost emblem along with the Mewtwo Platinum Boost emblem. 2nd anniversary for gift code. I swear time flies, dude. Prize machine event you could use up to 100 times at no cost. This is a great chance to get popular hollowware. There's like a pirate Cinderace, I think that's his name, and then Pikachu, the guitarist one, except that looks like an electric toy guitar, not an actual one, but you know, whatever. Had like a little Rotom on it. Crap, I wanted to see that. It went so fast. I think I saw like a fucking chandelier. Yeah, all these Pokemon kind of. I'm just gonna screenshot it because I still can't see it, but I'll let it pass. It looked pretty cool though, all the Pokemon dressed up. For Pokemon Masters X, Nemona and Palmet, I don't know, I forget his name. But she's a part of the journey. I'm not really sure. I see her trending on Twitter all the fucking time, and I have a feeling it's finale related with Scarlet and Violet, so I've been avoiding clicking it the whole time. Let's have a fruitful battle, and she has a Goodra, a Lycanroc, and then the Palmet that's standing up, unless that's the evolution. I'm not sure. It looks freaky though, standing up. 3,000 gems or more for that. And along with this dude, manipulate field effects with new field roll. Victor and Spectre. Is that his actual name? Is Victor? I didn't know. Because they usually call him after the Pokemon games, like, oh, this is Sword and this is Shield, and then X and Y and stuff. But the sushi Pokemon, along in Pokemon Cafe Remix, I'm not sure what the sushi has to do anything with coffee, but here we are. Curry form, droopy form, and stretchy form. Serve up some of your best dishes to these 3 Satsugiri. And yeah, with the little Tetris but not Tetris thing. Curly form Satsugiri has joined the staff. You can pick one to join your staff though. And then Jigglypuff, randomly as fuck, just shows up in the summer fun outfit. Just cause she wears a hat doesn't make it summer fun, alright? I'm just gonna tell you. And then 5-star chef with Vaporeon with a little pen of some kind. And then the starter Pokemon that we established a little bit ago. 11 times express delivery at no cost. Because they want you to catch up. They're like, hey, we had this game and like there's a couple people playing it, but not everyone. The TCG Pokemon from like 1998 is back for the Virtual Console or whatever it's called. I played it. I mean, it's actually more fun than you would think. Not the like the fucking other TCG game that I played that's literally just one match. The Pokemon Stadium 2, I believe? I think this is, yeah, Stadium 2, because there's Pichus and A-Pumps and Ferrets and stuff, and they don't belong in Generation 1. But yeah, all in the expansion pack for the Switch. And then with Pokemon Sleep, they still don't got knocked the fuck out Sleep, so I can't relate. But there is Tantrum Sleep, Seriously Slacking Sleep, and Straighten Sleep, which I don't know who the fuck sleeps like that, because if you're sleeping like Krogunk over here, your arm is gonna fall asleep, Chief. I don't know how to tell you this. I feel bad for Psyduck though, because I see him struggling over there. It's time for a good sleep day. When the moon is full, your Snorlax drowsy power will be stronger than usual. They should do something in that within the game. So it's like, that's why Snorlax sleeps all the time. And then if, you know, if the moon is full and shit like that, and he'll have maybe not an extra evolution, but imagine a mega evolution. If they were to give it to Snorlax, when the moon's full, he gets his new form. That'd be sick as hell. Okay, and then they're showing a bunch of portraits for Scarlet and Violet, I think. A treasure of my very own. What's that? Oh, and everything's animated. Okay, I don't know why I thought it was the game, but I mean, close enough, right? I didn't even read that right. Something I won't let go of. Something that doesn't change. Something I never experienced, I think is what it said. That dude 100% owns a Palmet. I mean, there's no way. Like, with the shit that Nimona had, 100%. I mean, he looks like one, for God's sakes. But he has a Quaxley, so. Now, take a deep breath and step, oh, this is Paladin Winds, right? I think that's what it's called. And step out into the world. Oh, I thought it said step out to the wind. But I did get it right. Animated, original animated web series, Pokemon Paladin Winds, in September 6th, so it's coming up pretty soon. And if you're watching this in the future, it's already out. I don't know how good this is going to be either, or how long it's going to be. Maybe it's another micro series, because it always feels like Pokemon tries to experiment with a whole bunch of stuff. This, though, is the whole reason why, you know, towards the end of the last part, I had the little Pokemon thing of them announcing that's going to be happening in August 8th or whatever, and then the little double M's show up, is because, like I said, the Pokemon of the days, I said it backward, the Pokemons of the day, it's Mewtwo and Mew, because they showed this video where I'm more likely to get copyright striked, but he was facing against the starters. And then Mew shows up, and I swear Mew is like one of the most perfect designs of Pokemon, because like it is adorable and cute and stuff, and yet you could just feel how strong he is just because, like, or her, I don't know what it is. I'm assuming I kind of do see more feminine in Mew. Maybe I'm saying that because it's pink, but besides that, like, I think it does show how strong it is pretty well. But yeah, get Mewtwo and Mew and Scarlet and Violet, so you'll get to do Terra raid battles, and I've been seeing it a million times that you could get all the Terra forms of Mew. Add Mew to your team and challenge Mewtwo with the mightiest mark. So yeah, it's pretty dope. Yeah, and that's what I was talking about, that little Mew of every form possible. It was my first time seeing the dark type mark, because it threw me off, because I did see not that long ago the TCG one, and it's not nothing notable. It's just the little car engine Pokemon, and then the mark of Charizard in dark type form. I'll just probably put it here anyway, even though I said I wasn't going to. But that's the first time I ever seen the Terra form of dark, because I was like, what the fuck is that? And then I realized that, like, when I searched it up on Google, I'm like, dark Terra type, and then it popped up. I'm like, what the fuck? So yeah, again, I'm behind in the game. So either way, you put the mystery gift password, get your Mew, and I'm pretty sure that O is a 0, so just be sure to do that, and you should be good. Unless it really is an O. I don't know if there is O's in password, I haven't tried. The mightiest Mewtwo attack. Witness the genetic Pokemon's overwhelming power at a new Terra Raid battle event, and it's from September 1st to September 17th. Okay, now I believe is when the real trailer pops up, but before we get to that, there's the two waves, and then Mewtwo arrives, and there's some stuff right here. I think it's a revive, some type of, well, I can't really tell. I'm sure it'll say it on the website or something. We could look at that later. There's no hashtag get your own Mewtwo, it's just get your own Mew, but you know, that's fine. But now for Scarlet and Violet Area 0 and all that stuff, I'm guessing it's like 10 minutes later or some shit like that. I mean, it's faster than it would have been. It would have been 20 minutes normally. But I noticed that Ogre Pond's right here, and it has, like, it's the first time you see the back area. Part of me doesn't really like the little green cloak that's kind of overhead. I don't know, something about it, I'm all like, I don't really like it all that much that it's there. But, I mean, I still think it's cool, at least in the front. Which is kind of weird to say, but it's on the mountain overseeing the town and all that. Still a lot of mystery behind that Pokemon. But I'm on to you. I know you have a second form. And with this trailer, it might have just proven it. But like I said, I had said it before this video had dropped. And then when I was editing it, like, I explained it over and over, and it doesn't change. If you don't believe me, that's fine. But it's slowly going up the stairs. Phantoms and Trevenants. In the darkness of the night of the forest. I am Groot! And then the fucking Cramorants, right? That's what they're called. I feel like he's gonna see Nemo or some shit soon. Clefairy, along with this trainer with the uniform. Why is the arm stitched up like that? Is that actually how it's designed? And I'm gonna be honest, I don't like the hairstyle. Why is the Clefairy there along with you though? That seems random. You would think it's one of the starter Pokemon or a Paldean type of Pokemon. But the Teal Mask, part 1. With the trainer routes, I see Yanmas and Corphish. Poliwhirl with the Violet trainer. And Poliwhirl sleeping, I don't know how, and this fucker's just dipping his toes in the water. And then this new person, who's the camera woman. I don't know why there's signs of Poliwag, but... And there's this new Pokemon right here, which we'll cover in a second, with Carmine. I think they pronounced it Carmine though when they were talking about it. And then this kid, I forgot his name, but that's okay. Ekans, and then Miraidon, Sentret sleeping there. There's a lot of sleeping Pokemon. Look, Apom and Stantler and Furret, I see you on the right. But yeah, this kid right here is in front of the sign of the Legend of Ogre Pond, and it shows later that you go into the battle and you can see the sign in the background, so it's interesting. Friends, I feel all tingly and funny hearing that. Don't be weird about it, Kieran. I finally learned your name. Again. I just forget his name, that's all. But the cave entrance, and as you can see, the sign's still there in the background. It's kind of some altitude on there because the forest is a little bit down below. But Carmine, in the little shop center area, whatever this town is called. Seriously, he's spending all his time with you. That's so unfair. You could be such a jerk. Kieran, don't be fucking jealous, man. Maybe I want to hang out with Carmine. You ever thought of that, sir? But him looking all salty in the outside while me and Carmine are hanging out. Going through the shop town. I mean, honestly, this person right here with the pink mask, it looks kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. Still like the Power Rangers aesthetic. But the trainer running to these 3 statues with Ogie Dogie, Monkey Dory, Fenzendipity. I hope I said that right, because I'm not looking back. But like I said, the sign's out the outside, and Kieran is proposing a battle. And he sends out that Pokemon that we saw earlier. This is Driplin. This is an Applin variant. I forgot what that variant is called. For some reason, the Violet Trainer has a Swinub. But it's basically based on like the, what's that shit called? The dipped apple? I forget, but that's what it's based off of. The candy apple, I think. So I'm guessing it might be like poison, either poison grass type or it's gotta be poison dragon eventually, some shit like that. But Kieran looks disappointed because we obviously whip his ass because we have a Swinub who is more likely strong against Driplin, whether he's grass or dragon. So he's looking all depressed on the bridge and stuff while the trainer just keeps on running and wondering why his shoes gets all fucking dirty all the damn time. But Ogre Pond in front of that cave, more likely on top of that mountain, where Clefairy going up against it for some reason. Like, I wouldn't use a Clefairy to go against a legendary. Like, you don't have a Moonstone, bro? But this shit's crazy right here. Like, Ogre Pond immediately goes in a Terraform, and then this giant mass is like overhead, and yet this Pokemon's right behind it because it isn't just a whole mass, because you could kind of see like tiny feet in the background, yet it's still terrestrialized. So it is interesting. And Carmine and the trainers looking all shocked. Fezandipity going for some type of move. Monkey Dory. Still think it's ghost type. And it has to be fighting type, right, for Okidogi, because he's killing the shit out of the Stantler. Quagsire in this obsidian cave, or whatever this is, going up this trail, and this kid eating an apple, question mark? I don't know. I don't think Driplin would appreciate that. But this, to me, is what confirms it. The mask drops, so it's all like, okay, so what's left of that? Is it like a Mimikyu thing? Like if you hit the Terra form, then its real form will pop up, and it's like the monster's ogre form? Because that's what I figured. And somebody, before we go to the part 2 part, somebody brought up a good point that, like, maybe it's because, you know, it's Pokemon. Like, whenever an evil Pokemon emerges, it turns out that it's not evil after all, and that a lot of people shun that Pokemon. Like, you know, you just think of some like Darkrai, who turns out to be a great Pokemon, and Absol, who's only there just to warn people that shit's happening, but people are like, you're the one starting shit, you always appear saying that shit started. It's like, no man, Absol knows the fucking tea, and you're just burning him for it. It's like, what the hell? And like other Pokemon, that they never really seem to be evil, they're just misunderstood. And that might be what's happening with Ogerpon. Like, maybe something happened that the Loyal 3 had to get involved. Maybe he wasn't able to control his monstrous form because he has to wear the mask to keep it under control, or it could be similar to a Majora's Mask thing where the mask takes control of him, can't help but do that. But I don't think it's that, because, you know, we see Ogerpon normally, and like ogre and pon means cute, so I think it's just the shy variant, so it stays up on the cave, you know, living its own life. You know how like Sonic, if you ever seen the movie, in the first movie that is, that it lives its own life hiding, and it has like its food and its stuff that it likes to do, and it does the same routine. I feel like that's what Ogerpon does, is it has its own routine and it wishes to live in the outside world, and it's actually a great, I was gonna say person, but neither of them are persons, but you know what I mean, a great individual that they wish they want to spend and hang out with others. Like, I could definitely see an animated episode about it, but it's definitely misunderstood. That's the vibe I feel. But regardless, whether the mask controls it if it gets too fierce, or if it just turns into the monstrous form, or maybe it can't lose the mask so it has to stay wearing it, while everybody else of the town is fearful of it and praises the Loyal 3 for scaring the shit out of this poor Pokemon. Whatever it is, they depict Ogerpon as an evil Pokemon because all these masks, based on what the mask it's wearing, there's like spiky teeth and spiky horns, and Ogerpon's mask that it has originally doesn't have none of that, you know? Anyway, well, let's move on, because we're gonna be doing a lot. But either way, the Indigo Disc is part 2, while it's rotating into the school with these Wingles, and this trainer with the Magmar where this dude's just pointing. He looks very confused. Like, I assume you go to class, sir? Like, you go to school here, don't you? So what the fuck are you looking at? This girl taking a selfie with this Beldum for some reason. You know, I feel kind of betrayed, I'm not gonna lie, with this Nintendo, you know, having a PlayStation background with all these triangles, X's, and O's and shit. You're just missing squares, bro. Like, I don't know if Kamek's teaching the class, but holy shit. Pokeballs and Ultra Balls, like, I'm guessing this is the Pokemart. Horsies and Seals, I think they're just reviewing the Pokemon battles. Whoever is the thing to the left has the Horsey in play, except that doesn't make sense because is this like a double battle shit, or like, maybe they're talking about Pokemon Unite. There's a Seal randomly there. Rhyperior and Alolan Executor, which they do have in those domes, which is kind of random as fuck, but they have them. Okay, going inside this place. Okay, there you go. Part 2 of the Indigo Disc. I said it too soon, but there it is. The same trainer pointing at, like, he's so confused, man. I don't know if it's like, he's like, that's funny. And then that guy. I realized that he wasn't just a random trainer that they were showing. He's a very important figure, I guess. But Carmine's still here, that's good. And I know that I found out later that this room is customizable, and they kind of showed that with the different variants of it here, and I didn't get that. I just thought that they were just showing different rooms. Either way, the Terra Dome, or whatever it's called, where she's just on top of the Mario platforms. They stole that from 3D World. But I guess those are what separates everything. Kind of wonder why they did that and not just like, well, I guess that makes sense. But Inkes and Alomomolas, Dodrio, Giraffari, what was his name again? The Giraffaric evolution. Giraffe, I don't know. But Tauros in the background as well. Lapras, and I thought that Lapras had a crown. That's just the sunlight off his head. It's fucking bald, fucking blinding me. But Alolan Sandshrew, it is Alolan, right? Yeah. Skarmories, Rhyhorns, and Bastiodons. They have Bastiodons? I just realized that's a fucking fossil Pokemon. Scizor just minding its own business, Mandibuzz, and I'm trying to see the background. I'm pretty sure that's a tree, because the way it just keeps on rotating just looks kind of like a silhouette of a Pokemon. But Koraidon's flying through, and I think it also said that now they could unlock the power of flight. Why is there platforms just what? I just noticed that there was platforms where they don't need to be. Like there's a thing going up the waterfall. There's a whole center of this 3D world platforms with this dude sending both fossils out from Sinnoh versus Haxorus and Dusknoir. And this dude, who I said looks very summer autumny. Well, I didn't say the summer part, but there you go. He had a quick ball in the frying pan. I don't think his Pokemon would appreciate being cooked, but that's just me. His Magmortar. Okay, well that reveals one Pokemon. The Zelda girl that I mentioned. They're all prominent along with the other guy that I mentioned before. She has... Oh, that's a terrible. I was gonna say, I was like trying to figure out what Pokeball that is. And then this girl with the quarks on her head. You either have Psychic Pokemon or Steel. I don't really know. That's a Heavy Ball. Okay, it's probably Steel then. And then the guy I was talking about, yeah, that's why. It's because they are the Elite Four of the Blueberry League. Poorly described BBL. So, yeah, let's move on from that. But he has an evolution of Duraludon, this very new variant. I think it started with the A. I honestly forgot what it was called, but it was something Ledon. Versus the Hero Dolphin. Oh god, it's getting attacked. It might have used Flash Cannon because I'm pretty sure it's Water Fairy type and it wouldn't use a Dragon move. So I'm assuming that dude is the Dragon type trainer because the other girl must be Steel, right? That's just a guess. But who knows, maybe the Zelda girl's a Fairy type user. But this trainer right here with the Pokeball and wearing some type of Fire Pokeball t-shirt. With the Ogre Pond Mountain, the Obsidian Cave, I'm not sure why they're showing this. Maybe they're just wrapping up the trailer. Ogre Pond, oh whoa, that's a different look. Wait, I just realized something else. Well, besides the swine up in the pile of swine, did I see the Dusclops? The skull, I mean, camera girl and all that. I did put it back, right? Oh, no, I didn't. So, like I said, I already knew it was a grass type, but you kind of see like a vine whip out of one side and then like a branch on the other side. Huh. It's really interesting, but the way it kind of approaches and attacks, like if you just enter his territory uninvited. From the camera girl and Kieran, I don't want to look at Kieran, he looks weird. And then this guy... And then Zelda girl with the glove. Yeah, that's what I mentioned before with like the special gloves that are thumbless. That's everybody in the Blueberry League. That's just the look of it. And I didn't know that last time. And then this dude, Terra, cooking and crazy. And this gangster dude looking too happy to be a gangster. But this is what everybody's talking about. This fucking Raikou who got uppercutted to shit just got a straight neck out of nowhere. And if you started from like frame 1, then you realize that the cloud surrounded his mouth, but I don't think anybody noticed till like Cerebi posted the whole picture of what it's supposed to look like. But it is a bit crazy that Raikou looks like this. It's just really weird because it's just Raikou's head and a Bronchosaurus body. And it is kind of funny because apparently what people are saying, there was rumors that there was going to be a Raikou Bronchosaurus, you know, compared to the Suicune Raptor thing. That a fan-made Raikou variant of what a Bronchosaurus would be with it, and a lot of people were praising it. I didn't see this. I didn't see this till after the fact of seeing the video. But yeah, I don't know. It is pretty weird. I'm pretty sure everybody's just gonna eventually grown into it, and maybe eventually when it's Raikou's probably really good competitive or something, so you're gonna see more of it. So people will grow to love it, I feel. It's just right now the initial shock reaction, no pun intended, is kind of hilarious. And it is kind of funny because Walking Wake Suicune and everything, no one gave a shit about Iron Leaf's Virizion. and I don't think people will care about him all that much. I mean, I know some people will, but like that wasn't the talk of the video back then. You guys know it. That's crazy. But Raikou was definitely the discussion of today, along with the new Paradox Cobalion, who does look cool, but wasn't the talk of the town because Raikou kind of distracted and stretched over the spotlight, while this trainer's riding Miraidon all over the place, across the bridge. Koraidon's jumping around, and I think it's wrapping up the trailer as like we see Carmine and Kieran. Rhyperior join a giant turd pinecone rock at this dugong while Hitmontop watches, and Quillfish is not gonna do shit about it apparently. This terraform Politoad, and I think I saw the Quagsire. Did I see that right? With Sinistea and Gothitelle, there's a lot of double battles. Is that just the Blueberry League's theme is double battles or something? Is that what it was? Yeah, I mean, that's what I figured, right? It's just the positions were weird. I feel like the anime is ending too soon. Like, they could easily make this anime episode related. But Blossom, Shiftry, doing some type of dark move, Chandelure, sorry. I think I saw Blaziken. Homo, whoever that trainer is looking at the main trainer, protagonist girl. And then yet again, Ogerpon with the giant mask. And then little baby Terrapagos. I'm not really sure what its name is, but it is really interesting that as soon as you see it, it changes into its like ancestry form or the crown, the king form. So yeah, I kind of figured it was something like that. I just don't know. I'm almost positive it's like, I don't know, part of me still thinks it's like Carbink to Diancie, or maybe it's like Manaphy to Fione, but it just might be just a whole different form. Like it could eventually turn into this if it looks for all the Terra whatever stuff to complete its typing. This might be an hour video now that I realize. Shit, this is a cool old picture. Like there's just trainers here. It's like some symbols on the ground here. I'm not sure what this picture, like is this a drawing? And the Cyclosaur, and that is going really fast, and I'm at double speed on this section. But Area 0, the secrets of it, how is part 1 and part 2 related to this other thing that's in a whole different region? We will only know. Power of science, but not really. I'm just talking shit. Not really talking shit, but chatting shit. Scarlet and Violet though, and I believe the Teal Mask dates announcement is unraveled now. So we get to see when exactly you guys could play this, which is relatively soon. Hopefully it says it on here, because it might be a different trailer. Oh, I guess it doesn't say it on here. Shit, there's still 6 minutes left, what the fuck? Oh, right, okay, I forget that the presentation is still like, you know, they showed the trailer, but then they talk about the rest. But yeah, they go over what's been happening with the Pokemon, what we already seen. Pretty much going over part 1, the Teal Mask yet again. Briar, yeah, Briar's here. I guess they're going over the trainers. The land of Kitakami, we talked about that, and all these people going for apples. Not one goddamn peach on the whole. They need to have a peach reference. They just have to. You know, well, we went over the Ogerpon's origins. They just have to. But the Poochian is eating the apples, and I don't think I noticed the Vulpix following that trainer before, where the Hootsuits are. Clefable, Girder, Poliwag, Surskits, and Corphish, and I don't know what Pokemon's in the background by that tree, but you know, Oricorios, Curlias, Noctows, Hoots, Trevenants. I don't remember these Pokemon in the trailers, but I guess they're showing them now. Carmine says, sorry, but I can't let an outsider like you wander in Misui Town. So that's not Kitakami, unless there's like the section in provenance is called Kitakami, but you know. But Carmine, who I do like, Kieran, who I don't like, sends out Driplin against this, or Diplin, sorry, I said Driplin, what the fuck, was fighting against the Snorlax, so I don't know what the fuck the Violet Trainer thought about swapping Swine about, but it happened. But Diplin, based on the Candy Apple caretakers over here, it's a self-guided tour of Kitakami, learn all about its rich history. an old folktale passed down in the land of Kitakami. So they talk about this. We see this Ogrepon holding a fucking battle axe, so maybe it wasn't innocent after all. Not really in battle axe, but like it looks like a spike club. Yeah, so maybe the people just misunderstood. Maybe because of its teeth, it just ate some cotton candy and it just came out all spiky, you know, because it has a beak. But yeah, the sign with the talking about the folktale with Oki Dogi, Monkey Dory, and Fenzendipity. It's kind of a pun of like Okie dokie, hunky dory, and yay dippity or some shit. I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say, but I'm blanking on it. This poster doesn't look all that good to me because it doesn't make sense that, like, I could barely see. Like, I have to pause here, and yeah, okay. I think I kind of understand, because I only saw the monkey's face, and then I wasn't sure. I thought I only saw half the dog's face, but I do see the other half of it down below, where the text is over it, and then the bird at the top. It's just really hard to notice it, like at a quick glance, because you only see it for like 1 second, that I only noticed the monkey face. The dog face doesn't even look like a dog face. It kind of looks like a tiger or a cat or something. And I had to really look at the bird face to know it's a bird face. Anyway, let's move on. That's over for my TED Talk. We've seen all this footage before, but we see Ogrepon on top of the stairs, so that means it's actually in the town of Misawi. So that's kind of interesting. So there's the mask silhouettes on top, so I'm pretty sure those are the Power Rangers masks. But explore the land of Kitakami with this Cameron girl named Perrin. The reason I came here to Kitakami was actually to find a certain Pokemon and photograph it. Gee, I wonder who it is, Perrin. Is it the only Pokemon that nobody fucking likes, possibly? The only one that people hardly ever see and rather not see? Because I'm pretty sure the Loyal 3 don't mind hanging out. I mean, unless it's one of the Loyal 3. Maybe she wants to take a picture of Okie Dokie or Fenzendipity. I don't know, one of the 3. Take a picture of Sudowoodo, and you kind of see Perrin complimenting on your photography skills. Let me see what she put. Took a new photo, let me see. And that's all she says. And then there's this other game, which kind of reminds me of Legend of Zelda. He put step right up for a game of Ogre Oustin. So y'all want to have a go? And yeah, Ogre Oustin. Yeah, very Legend of Zelda-esque, I would say. It reminds me of Majora's Mask, just going through the balloons and like taking them out. But this is kind of a new like game changer, I would say, is the Mochi, because all these Mochi could improve on stats. But the biggest game changer of them all, the reason I say they're a game changer, is because there's this one called the Fresh Start Mochi. A mochi cake with berries netted into its dough. It causes Pokemon to lose all its base points, which is good because if you have a crap nature or something, or maybe not a crap nature, but just in case you didn't invest in the IVs and EVs correctly, you know, somehow, I don't really know. Or it could be like, you know, because you know how some people have like Pokemon competitive leagues that they rather have, like for example, you see your Ninetales in the bottom, you have a specially offensive Ninetales, and then the next match, whoever you're facing, that you wanted to be a specially defensive one, or even speed, you could use the Fresh Start Mochi to do that and then like improve on those stats instead, you know, because it's kind of hard to, you know, backpedal and just, you know, some people don't have the resources to do all that, to like get another Ninetales and then improve on that with special defense or improve on speed or whatever, because some people would just hack them in or some shit, you know. But this is easier. Now you don't have to. Golden Dango. Oh, speaking of Ninetales, the Roto Stick. Oh, it's a selfie stick, I just realized. This dude in the sign or whatever. Oh, I thought she was doing the Spider-Man pose. I'm like, what the fuck? The Sentra's also posing. That's nice of it. Oh my god, all these Pokemon are posing. They knew the assignment. And those are the masks I was talking about, with the spikes and the teeth and all that shit. Munchlax and that same Duskull in the background. Again, I thought she was doing the Spider-Man pose. Spider going over here. But part 2, the Indigo Disc, Cyrano. Welcome to the Grand Blueberry Academy. I think I saw Bellissum in the background. That same Magmar, I'm sure that dude's still pointing up there. Oy. With the Terror Dome, all the views, all the fucking regions. Like every single region you could think of. That dude's too rich to afford that shit. I mean, he is wearing a white suit. A Dodrio running really fucking fast with the whole Pyroar family. Crap, that shit's going too fast now. Blossom, Toucanon, and Alolan Executor. Okay, I'm confused. Those are 2 Magnemites? Or like, what the fuck? Or is that like an incomplete Magneton? Because they were way too close. But a Magneton nonetheless on the right and a Golurk. That was really weird. Okay, yeah, they were, in fact, Magnemites. I just looked at it again, like his normal kind of speed, not really, but you know what I mean. 2 Beldums, a Metang, and a Abomasnow. You know that the Metang said that it was made out of 2 Beldums, but I feel like it'd be harder to make, like if you really think about it, because you would have to grow more parts, or transform into more parts to become a Metang, you know what I mean? Because the arms are clearly a Metang, or a Beldum rather. Nonetheless, the Velvet Trainer stretching, he's a weirdo. I always thought he was. Like, I don't know, why the fuck are you stretching in a Pokemon battle? Like, all you do is just throw a Pokeball. Like, you don't even have to throw it right, as long as you just get out the Pokemon, dude. Why are you stretching? Anyway, Beldum's here with the girl still taking a selfie of that Beldum, like if nobody ever saw it before. Picky Peck, and then these trainers. Alright everyone, gather round. And I guess they're just explaining the orientation of Blueberry League. The BBL League, or the BB League. Yeah, the Elite Four. All them trainers. Hexorus, or not Hexorus. Fracture and Graveler, I think I saw. Yanmega and Quagsire on the other. Drayton, that's his name. We Blueberry Academy students have our own Pokemon battle ranking system, the BB League. Which I'm just under the impression that these Elite Four isn't as strong. It's probably the weakest Elite Four, and I haven't even seen any of their Pokemon. Like, I know that the fire dude has like a Magmortar, and then the one dude has like a Duraludon evolution, but it just, to me, it just feels more minimized because this is just in the Blueberry League. It's not like, maybe Scarlet and Violet didn't have the best Elite Four either, I don't know, it just depends. But if you compare with like other Elite Fours like Sinnoh or Kanto, it doesn't feel like a good comparison because it just feels like it's the world. I mean, even though it is the region's still bigger than the school. It's like the sister school, you know? So I don't know. Maybe they're like prodigies or some shit like that. It's just, I'm not just on initial reaction. Maybe they'll change my mind once I see it. I'm not really all that impressed, but who knows? I'm open to having them try to change my mind because, you know, they do have good Pokemon nonetheless. It just feels too closed off. I don't know. That's just the feeling I get. Lacey, Crispin, Amaris, and Drayton. With Archulodon. That's his name. Not really sure if he's supposed to be like a fucking just a metal building. I'm not sure. Welcome to the Canyon Plaza. We're the team that supports Amaris of the Elite Four. We're the team that supports Amaris of the Elite Four. Okay, so wait. So the Terra Dome is supposed to be based on the Elite Four's categories? That doesn't make any sense because there's no ice or like water and there's no grass Elite Four members. So it's like, what the fuck? Because Amaris is clearly the Steel type one, right? Or some type of variant like that. I could kind of get the Canyon Plaza, and maybe the Fairy type could get away with having like a grassy meadow wilderness type of thing. But who the hell owns the Arctic? Maybe that's Drayton? I don't fucking know. I call my challenge the Flying Time Trial. Why is it the Flying Time Trial? That has nothing to do. Are you even at the canyon? I see the canyon in the background. You're on the meadow. I don't know. Aegeus, says Coridon. Yeah, this is the power of flight right here. The League Club. Yeah, I don't know. It's confusing from the get-go. But Drain's over here. Well, anyway, this is base of operations for the League Club. And I see a Tyrogue and I think a conveyor belt, like a running machine. I don't know why I'm blanking on the name. Whimsicott and Oddish. And then other rooms, Alcremia. I mentioned about the custom room. Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee, Gallade, Staraptor, and then him taking a selfie of 2 of the Elite Four members. I guess you could bring them in. Because as far as I know, yeah, the bug girl right here, I have fought her in the gym leader, so no spoilers here. I also fought this motherfucker by mistake thinking that's my next gym leader, but Nurse Joy fucking lied to my face and I had to face him as my second gym leader. It's kind of bullshit, but I eventually beat him. With his Crabominable. So no spoilers for me. Yay. And then Coridon going back to the town, I guess. To Area 0. And then they're showing everything really fast with all the Ogre Pond stuff with Carmine and Kieran. I almost forgot his name again. the Loyal 3, the Elite 4 of the Blueberry League with Cyrano, Tired Pagos, the Raikou, and Cobalion variants. And then this dude fucking bro fisting in the air, man. I swear this Violet trainer is so fucking weird. But that is it for the Pokemon presentation. That was a 30-minute video compressed into however long I had it. I mean, not really, because, you know, it is a breakdown video, so it would take longer than the actual video, obviously, because I'd be talking about stuff. But that is not it. That is not it for everything. No, no, no. There's other stuff to be talking about. For this other one, it is called The Hidden Treasure of Area Zero Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. New Pokemon, new story. And I'm pretty sure there's a commentator for this one. It pretty much shows all the footage that I had seen before. Actually, let me double speed just in case. I'll point out anything that I noticed that is new, because yeah, I'm pretty sure there's the commentated one, but they did go through Briar and all that stuff. There was Fomantis or whatever names by the apples that I didn't notice. In the Ogre Allison though, you see that the Munchlax was eating the food, so Koraidon was scaring the shit out of it. I don't remember that one. There's also these Venomoths and Venonats here. I don't remember if that got pointed out. Just the way Crispin moves kind of annoys me. It seems very campy. I don't know why. I never noticed that dude had Magnemite. And then this trainer gets attacked on a Talonflame. Yeah, for the most part, this part of the video is all commentated. I don't think there's anything new, but there might be some minor changes. If there was any changes, I don't know. I'm pretty sure the Talonflame was switched out for the fairy type Pokemon. I forgot what it was, but they talked about the Mewtwo stuff and the Mew stuff. But the only thing that they haven't mentioned yet is the other uniforms that are available for either Scarlet or Violet. Not like the other time where we saw the pictures of just the Scarlet trainers. Early purchase bonus, receive a special Hisuian Zoroark that can be attained through regular gameplay. Knows the move Happy Hour. Its Terra type is Dark and has the charismatic mark, which is interesting because I don't really know if it's just I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out how the Terra typing works, because wouldn't it just be a Zoroark at that point, but like with different stats or some shit? I don't know. Either way, next trailer is a 4-minute trailer. It is called Explore Beyond Paldea's Borders and the Hidden Treasure of Area Zero. Okay, so this begins. So I'll see if there's anything new here as well, but because we see Ogre Pun in the top of the mountain, I'll mention anything if I see anything new. I do like the cinematic view of Game Freak being overhead going up the stairs slowly though. That one's always cool. Clefairy and stuff like that. I mean, I noticed Kieran kind of clenched his fist and all dramatic in this editing thing, so that's kind of interesting. What if it turns out that the Loyal 3 are the ones that are evil? But, I mean, no Pokemon's ever evil unless they kind of get forced to be evil. But that's just a thought. That'd be kind of crazy. I just keep thinking that no Pokemon's evil because the anime never allows them to be. They're only evil as long as the trainer's evil. That's as far as it goes, or when the Dark Bolt's thrown at them. But then again, that's the same shit, is that they're just forced to do the bidding. Archerulodon. Oh, that was the dolphin it attacked, okay. Yeah, so the dolphin and the fucking Talonflame got switched. That was weird. That's a weird choice. Yeah, I mean, there wasn't really much changes. It's just some stuff that I noticed that I didn't before, really. Damn, I really don't know how I'm gonna edit this. Oh, I finally found the release date. The release date is Wednesday, September 13th, 2023 for the Teal Mask Part 1. Very interesting. But the planned release date is still winter 2023 for the Indigo Disc. So we will pretty much see. Maybe there'll be a 2-month thing because it is kind of like, I'm pretty sure it's like 3 hours of gameplay, 4 hours, some shit like that. So yeah, they might give it 2 months. I'm not sure. But who knows what Entei is gonna look like. A lot of people think it's gonna be like a Stegosaurus, maybe a Triceratops. I think an Entei Triceratops would be kind of cool. And yeah, we already went over the whole get Mew and Mewtwo shit. They just keep on mentioning it. And they've been talking about the whole Dark type Terraform shit. Please tell me this is something different. But for the most part, one of them is commentating. They basically said the same shit as they usually did before. This one though is a bit different because the many surprises await in the hidden treasure of Area 0 shows a whole bunch of starters that you could possibly catch, and only starters. So it's kind of like a special, you know, Safari friend zone thing, or what was it called? The Safari Friend Safari. Yeah, the Friend Safari in the Indigo Disc, where Torchic and Cyndaquil is there. Torchic is looking like he's gonna go on the rescue team, and Piplup is sleeping standing up, and Oshawott has a shell and using it as a pillow. I don't think that's comfortable. I'm pretty sure that shell's supposed to be on his chest, but you know what? Oh no, Piplup is finally done. Okay. Snavy and Rowlet, Froakie, and just Froakie, I guess. I thought it was gonna be another water Pokemon, but I guess I was wrong. Turtwig, Tedpig, and Litten. Why is so many? Bro, why are y'all tired? Chikorita, Charmander, Fennekin, Squirtle. There you are, and Trinco. Okay. Past first partner Pokemon are appearing in spades. Bruh, somebody just imported them and put them in the Terradome. That don't mean that they're new or some shit. They didn't come out of nowhere. Isn't this under the ocean or something? Poplio and Grookey, Chimchar and Scorbunny, Mudkip, and just Mudkip. Alright. Totodile and Sobble, Chespin, 2 Bulbasaurs for some reason. I mean, I guess that's to let you know that you could catch, you know, as many starters as you want. I don't know, this feels really forced. Like, you know how, like I mentioned with the whole Friend Safari thing, at least that doesn't seem too forced, but like this one, it definitely does. It's like, you know what, after game, you can catch all the starter Pokemon you want. For some reason, there was a Terraform Venusaur that attacked. I'm not even sure what it attacked, but it attacked. And then this Primarina attacked the Smeargle. I don't know if everybody's just attacking Smeargle here, but you know, it's happening. This flying type Blaziken, is that good? What is flying type? It's immune to ground. I feel like you gain more weaknesses though, but it's against this Golurk. I guess that makes sense. Pokemon battles burn even brighter with this trainer, with this Pokemon who I still don't know what it is, with the Gardevoir. It's called Dondozo. So I just imagine is like, to me it looks like an evolution of Whiscash or something, because I see like the catfish whiskers and shit, but it also looks like a Wailmer evolution. It just looks like both. It just looks like Wailmer mixed with Whiscash, but it just could be its own Pokemon, who knows. Psychic Noise. I thought that was already a move. What the fuck? Deals damage and prevents targets from healing. Like, does that also include potions or what? Cause that won't matter if you could use potions anyway. I mean, that'd be kind of cool. That could have been helpful when like trying to catch fucking Snorlax, because he keep using rest. Scizor versus Hariyama. Upper hand. Strikes before a target's priority move. So it's basically Sucker Punch. I mean, it's about time there was like other typings of variants of that move. I felt like they could have done U-turn, but I did kind of predict flip turn. I did say that around Alola time in 7th Gen. That was my prediction. This Paradox Delibird with Raikou over here with the clouds around his thing. Raging Bolt, Electric Dragon type. Yeah, that's the art that's already put. I mean, I do kind of like him. I do think it's a bit ridiculous though. Like, I wasn't expecting a long neck Raikou. They could have did a little bit more to make him stand out, but he killed Iron Bundle. Is that really his name? Because I never, like, I seen Delibirds and thumbnails and shit, so I was kind of spoiled on that, but I didn't know his name was just Iron Bundle. But new move, Thunderclap, strikes before a target's attack, so it's the electric form of Sucker Punch. That's pretty good. And Cobalion over here with the specific name of Iron Crown Cobalion, Steel Psychic type. Completely placing his fighting type aspect of himself, going up against Mimikyu, which is a perfect example of the move coming up. Tachyon Cutter guarantees 2 hit twice in a row. So with this disguise, and then it hits again. I'm not really sure what's the big deal with this move. This is basically Boner Meringue. I never know how to say that right. But I kind of want to know the attack power of this, because if it's not stronger than Bone Meringue, it is 100% not worth it. It's only worth it only if you're fighting against Mimikyus and or anything weak to steel, I guess. Terrestrialize, though, on Whimsicott for the grass typing. This is just to show an example for some reason. I'm pretty sure what they're gonna lead into because I did see this before. But fire type with 9 tails on a Venomoth. Misspoke there. Milotic water type Terra attacking a ghost. Normal, electric, ice, fighting, poison. Oh my god, it's going too fast. I think that is ground, flying, fairy? What the fuck is this? Bug? Rock, ghost, dragon, psychic? Is this ice? What the fuck was the other one? Huh? Maybe the other one was water. Fairy. I thought I said fairy already. What the hell? Either way, none of that mattered. I'm just me naming types, Scarnets with all the types, but now with rainbow or some shit here. So, yeah. Not really sure what that means. It doesn't mean that like, you better be monotype or else you're gonna get fucking 8 times effective or some shit, 16 times effective. But all the Terra types joining forces with this Terrapagos or some shit like that. That's just what I assume. I don't know what these other types are. Or is that Snorlax figure just steel? Is that what it is? And then the other one was normal? I don't know, man. I don't know my types. Like the terraform type things. Yeah, but that is it for that trailer. Okay, but we shall see with the... I wanted to take a look at the website first and foremost because checking the website might give a little bit more information. I really doubt they're going to tell anything else about Ogerpon, but we shall see. We shall see what we can find. Either way, with the same spiel of what you could get with like uniforms and Mewtwo and Mew and stuff, the only other thing that is of note besides the Zoroark stuff is because I see a bunch of starter Pokemon, I think, because they mentioned something about Pokemon Home. And this is it. Bring over your favorite Pokemon Home, connectivity is coming. And I see a Shaman. That was the 4th generation starters. Okay, that's what it was. Okay. Either way, I noticed that I've been calling the terrarium the Terradome, so I'm not sure why I was saying that throughout the video. It's the Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimzil Dimmadome. Also, Blueberry is in Unova, and it's split into 4 places, and you could go ahead and they're in challenge, and it's the first time that I'm aware of that the Elite 4 member makes you do these things. It's almost like the Orange Islands where you do challenges there and such. Amaris makes you take a supplement to fly, and like as an example on one of these, and to me it's like, what the fuck, not everyone owns like Kuridon and Miraidon, so like I don't really understand that. Like, I don't know, it almost seems tailored to that because it's gonna be kind of hard to do these challenges on like a Pidgey or something. The terrarium also carefully regulates its temperature, so it's kind of a weird thing, like if something breaks down, because those are some super engineers to try to fix that situation, because one area of the room is super hot because it's a desert and the other one has like a winter wonderland. It's kind of hard because usually when there's temperature regulations, because they're separate rooms, so I'm not really sure how that works, but you know, science. So a little bit about the Elite 4. There's Lacey, or Zelda like I like to call her, gives you a tour around the school. Crispin is a chef who obviously is a fire type user who got nothing on Cybold. It'd be interesting in a battle with that, but this is obviously a cuisine chef that is an actual Elite 4 and not just one of the strongest trainers in that school, because it's still a bit hard for me to believe that these kids in this school that they're learning about Pokemon is one of the strongest trainers in the world. I mean, he might be, but it's just a bit harder to believe. So who you gonna think, Crispin or Cybold? I don't know. Amaris in the website says that she has an ironclad exterior, so that kind of confirms it for me that she's a steel type user. Drayton says that he repeated thrice, so how the fuck is he in the Elite 4? Seems like cheating if you ask me if this child prodigy is your top Elite 4 member and refuses to let him go, because I find it hard to believe that he failed his test and homework or something. Besides all that, since this is Unova, I keep hearing the theory that all 4 members are related to someone we already know from Black and White. The only one more likely to be true is Drayton being related to Drayden. There's also the Dark Terror type Charizard, since it's celebrating its release of the TCG Obsidian Flames. It's going into Scarlet and Violet games with the code DarkTerra0006 exclamation point. I'm not sure if the exclamation point needed to be included, but hopefully you got that on time because that shit is over with. So yeah, just wanted to point that out. Some other shit that was over with that had already happened was the mass outbreaks of Clefairy because of the full moon. They had an event before in Legends Arceus that has a similar event with it where the Clefairies are hanging around because of the full moon. And it's kind of interesting that they do that because Pokemon kind of look at Clefairy in high regard, considering it almost became the mascot and such. That's also kind of why the Violet trainer probably had the Clefairy, because I don't know, it was kind of weird to me that he had that just around, but that's kind of the tease and kind of the promotion almost, that's why he had it, is because the event was happening at the time and you want to participate in that and such. But yeah, normally you won't find Clefairy, so that's why you'll see them. Raging Bolt Raikou and Iron Crown Cobalion. I like the cloud surrounding Raikou because it makes sense since it's so tall that it's in the clouds and all that, but it's still weird. But like I said, people will eventually get used to it. It's just the first time seeing it, it just leaves everybody in shock. Like I said, somebody just uppercutted the shit out of Raikou. Speaking of uppercutting with stuff, there's the move Upper Hand. It's like Fake Out. It attacks first and causes Pokemon to flinch, so it's kind of horseshit if you ask me. Because Hariyama, for example, could potentially know this move and also learn Fake Out. That would be kind of doubly bullshit, because you'll Fake Out, then you'll do Upper Hand. So hopefully it's just a legendary move and not anything more than that, so we'll see. So yeah, I'd imagine to be banned, or they do some restrictions on it or something like that. Originally I thought Upper Hand was gonna be like Sucker Punch, but yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be like a legendary move. But Upper Hand sounds super common, because if it was more legendary than that, it would call like the Golden Fist or the Golden Hand, and that would sound more legendary, and then that would tell me, oh yeah, no, this isn't for the common Hariyamas and Machokes out there in the world. Psychic Noise deals damage and prevents the targets of using items, abilities, and moves to heal, so that means there's no potions, so that's pretty interesting. Alright, so this is for Terrapagos. There's the normal form Terrapagos and then the celestial form Terrapagos. It says off here there's multiple forms of this, and I don't know if it's just the two or if it's the other ones like fire type Terrapagos or water type Terrapagos. There is, however, a rainbow type that you see off here, whatever this symbol is, which to a degree is a throwback to the energy cards. So it makes me wonder if there's every type of Terrapagos, like if it's just the regular one like this, or if it's also the rainbow form like this, because in total with all the other typings that would make it to 20. I also don't know if it's gonna work like Tri-Attack or something like that, because attacking a Parasect and Drought, if it has the ability Dry Skin, would more likely hurt it like 128 times multiplier, which is gonna kill it like what, 9 times over or some shit like that. I don't know, I'm not really good at that type of math. It's probably more than times 128, something probably more crazy like 256 or something. I don't know. Like I said, the Elite Club, you can visit the club room and use BP for different clubs like the art room that you can decorate. You will also reunite with familiar faces like gym leaders and find out certain facts about them, which is reminiscent of the Fame Checker, finding out facts like Lorelei liking plushies and Aaron of the Sinnoh Elite Four used to being a gym leader. Small stuff like that. You can also potentially trade with these guys, so if it's something like Jasmine that trades for Steelix for whatever Pokemon that you have, like in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, that'd be pretty cool if you like trade with whatever Pokemon for one of the gym leaders' ace. It's also reminiscent of the Villa, where you buy expensive furniture and stuff and you own like this fancy place in the Inn of Platinum, and you kind of talk to certain characters and such. It's kind of interesting like that. At least that's what it reminds me of. Ogre Alston, according to the website, is saying you could use any Pokemon, but from the sound of it, it seems also tailored for Koraidon and Miraidon, because regular trainers will have a hard time, because imagine a guy with the Voltorb just rolling around. Kind of reminds me of like that Rapidash episode when he's going up against the Dodrio on the race, and there's this guy on the Electrode just rolling on the ball trying to catch up. Electrodes are one of the fastest Pokemon in Gen 1, so I mean, there is that. Roto Stick is basically a selfie stick. Shit's pointless because you don't need to stick up Rotom's ass because he literally could float. So just tell it what angle you want it to go to, really. Reason for a selfie stick is because your phone doesn't fucking fly. So I don't really get why you would need a Rotom with the stick up his ass. I don't know. It's kind of dumb. But I get it, you know, selfie stick, I guess. I'm like trying to come up with like the funniest picture of what could happen, and I just keep thinking of like this squirrel picture or something. Cause just look at this face. In Timeless Woods, you'll encounter Parent, who's obviously looking for Ogerpon, is much better than Todd Snap'em, because I never really liked Todd Snap'em. I don't know if it's because of his voice actor, but like as a character, I do find him fucking annoying, because I remember that Articuno episode where he just got so obsessive. He's like, I gotta take a picture of Articuno, and he is so freaking annoying. And I know he's an OG and everything, but Parent is obviously so much better. I just hope it wasn't painfully obvious that, you know, it wasn't that Pokemon that she was searching for, because she's cool in my book and she's definitely waifu material. But I don't know, I would applaud Parent if it isn't Ogerpon, but it has to be something good. It can't be like a Magikarp, because if it's a Magikarp, it's like, just go to a pond, Parent. Like, you don't need to go out in Kitakami looking for this stuff, you know. Ogerpon terraform differs. Ogerpon, when it's terraforming, kind of differs in its look. It's kind of like what I thought with the whole Sudowoodo and Psyduck thing, is kind of what I was going for, because my first initial idea with this grass gym leader is because he's using a Sudowoodo who's a rock type terraforming into a grass type, that maybe these Pokemon with this terraform of grass would change his whole thing exclusively, and that would require it to evolve. So the next time you battle him, it's like a tree Wudo or whatever variation, but he would be grass rock or whatever type he would be. And I also mentioned about the Psyduck Golduck thing of what I preferred the thing to look like instead of wearing crystallized hats. But this still gives me a Mimikyu vibe without like this Terramask looks, you know. In Kitakami, you'll search signboards to learn the history of what is perceived. Most likely misinformed, but interesting that there's more than one. Miss Briar is interested in terraforming and is wearing terraforming earrings. And of course, the Pokemon of the day with its event, Mew and Mewtwo. I already mentioned that and everything. The only one thing is that the moveset of Mew, being level 5, it has Swift, Light Screen, and Life Dew, and for some reason a secret 4th move. So I'm not sure for those of you that gotten it. I'll probably do a little bit of research or just put it here of what's going on. So there's that. So just be sure to get it, or else you're just gonna have to wait till Generation 10. Featured Terra Raid Pokemon: Scizor, Blissey, Hydreigon, Hatterene, and Grimmsnarl. I don't know if there's more, but those are the ones that I have noted. Mystery Dragon in the Rainbow Terra type that I'd never seen before. There's a Mystery Dragon in the Rainbow Terra type page. Like, what the fuck? I never seen it, but it's fighting Dragonite. There's also like this little clip of Miss Magius of another Pokemon I never looked at. I'm not sure if it's the same one, because I don't remember from that time when I, you know, have seen that footage, because that was a month and a half ago. When I did the initial recording, there was 2 episodes of Path to the Peak, and I have no idea how many there are now. Knowing my luck, it's already finished. So this is what I know now of recording. I know about Ogerpon's face, of what he looks like, and I know the different types of mask variations it could have. I also know about the full Blood Moon Ursaluna, because that shit was everywhere. Like, I seen thumbnails upon thumbnails about that. So as I mentioned from the beginning of the video, why not Snorlax, who according to Pokemon Sleep has these moon effects and everything, and especially the fact that it's a fucking bear. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I apologize that it took forever for this. Hopefully this keeps me on track. Knowing my luck, by the time I finish editing this, of course there's gonna be another trailer in the horizon, I'm sure, with the Indigo disc. You know, sorry that it took forever, and I appreciate your patience, because this week it's gonna be 2 more episodes of Xenoverse, since it's been like a month and a half, like I mentioned. So apologies again so much for that. And the next time we're gonna see another video pertaining to the Indigo disc, I'm sure. So White Tigers and Dragons to you, and you've been scarred by the night. I'm out.